Mirana mid against Invoker, not something we've seen in a very long time, not something we've seen from Moon himself as well. Can still clear out the waves really fast with Storm. Does have his bottle empty now, but you can still see Moon taking really good control of that lane.
Top lane, Tims. Aggressive Primal Spring in. KP, he'll be the target. With the Boundless Strike out, they might have enough with the homing missile to follow up. Arfu, he'll try to hold them back, but it won't be enough. Tims able to secure first blood on the Monkey King. Until you have a decent kind of farming item, you're not really going to be sitting in the jungle too much as a Mirana. Rotations now. They are going to come through the top lane. Just make sure that tier 1 doesn't drop too quickly. In fact, they might try to go for a kill as KP. Get caught out, but a very nice fishes there from Arfu. Still KP. He's not going to be too safe yet. He'll try to run, but in the end, they will have the damage. But can they turn around? FBZ. He's going to back out. Yopaj, he'll go into the Ghost Walk, but Arfu does have the Dust Up. They've got the vision on the Invoker, but FBZ still scouting out as now the Primal Spring. Tims, he'll jump back in onto Rogi. They'll try to go for the Keeper, but they've already found that Invoker as well. So a pretty decent trade already is now SMG. They can keep going, but FBZ, he's got a massive Ink Sword going with the Dark Ascension. He's going to jump in, grab the Mirana kill, and they might even be able to secure mid one. In fact, mid one, he'll try to turn and find even more kills for his team. But Tims is going to jump back in, pumps out the Avalanche. Magic Missile, not going to be there.
So far looking good for mid one, number 1 in net worth right now. Palos hasn't quite been able to clear out just yet. He does have a massive ancient stack that he could go for after this bot tier 1.
No, it's not going to be good enough timing. The Moonlight Shadow just barely not giving the invis fast enough here to escape the death that was coming from CTM and Yopaj. Nice little pick up there onto the Earthshaker. You've still got SMG hanging around as 2 here. Arrow is going to land on CTM, and they might still get something for their trouble, but not quite yet. CTM, he's going to run out, as now they've got Moon down. Soulbind is there to lock them in, and with the Primal Spring out, Tims, he'll clean up with Yopaj. In fact, they'll find another. That's really unfortunate for SMG, John.
Whereas the Shaker is more greedy. Needs a blink, needs more to really get going with the combinations with the Echo Slam, and that's still a ways off for that hero.
You've got a great power spike right now as well, John. In fact, mid lane, Soulbind is there. FBZ, he's perfectly fine, as now the Ink Sword's going to land on both with the Sunstrike out onto mid one. It doesn't do enough damage, though. So mid one, he's going to be just fine to walk his way out, but now a Tornado is there. Yopaj with the setup into the EMP. Swap, it's not going to be enough. KP will drop an Arfu. He's going to try and run, but Tims has got the dust out. He's got the Wukong's command, and he'll claim the kill for himself. Just absolute devastation from Boom. In fact, they might even find another. Tims really just all over, trying to get every pick off he can for the side of Boom.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's just constant aggression. Yopaj doesn't even rest looking for more.
No, absolutely not. With the Spirit Vessel up, you just get some free charges for yourself. You get a free kill. And Boom, I mean, they might just find another KP. I don't know if you can TP there, sir. He's going to try anyway, but he's right into the heart of the beast. It's mid one. Does at least find FBZ. Moon, he's out of danger for now, but Palos, he's cleaned up KP. So it does seem a little bit favorable here for SMG with that last trade. He's going to TP out at the right time, though. It seems very important right now for SMG not to get caught with their pants down, but they made justice. Well, the high ground is there. Boom, CTM, he's going to go in with the Soulbind. Palos got the homing missiles out, and now the Boundless Strike. Again connecting on 2. They found Arfu.
And there's that alacrity, so attack speed, not an issue for Palos. Rips right through. SMG, that was supposed to be the blink reveal on their Shaker. That was what they were saving up for in the pause 4 there.
Mid one. Around to CTM, but can't actually get the kill with the Shadow combo. Still with the tree throw, he will eventually get it done. But SMG, they won't mind. They just want this Roshan down. So CTM, he's going to buy back to ensure they can take this fight if need be. But it does seem like, Boom, they've already got it down. In fact, KP, he swapped in FBZ, but it's not going to matter too much because now he'll turn right onto him. Arrow's there, though, and they have taken down the Night Stalker, but can they find more? It does seem like they need to retreat right damn now as Palos, he'll keep rushing forward with the Flak Cannon. But it won't matter. They won't have the lockdown. And speaking of the Devils, Boom Esports, they're going to make their way over now. They know that SMG are around here somewhere down at that bot lane. In fact, Moon is going to reveal himself. He's going to try and TP out in time. It looks like he should be fine. However, Rogi is not. He does get caught out by Yopaj and will end up dropping. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Palos, he's forced the BKB up and trying to run. Buyback is there, Rogi. They want to try and force the fight, but it's going to amount to nothing. The Buyback committed, but they didn't have the lockdown.
Yeah, they couldn't find the angle, and SMG, well, they're a Buyback short, 4K behind, 5 to 19, boom. Still got that Aegis and Palos.
Is he baiting right now? I think he might be. Dark Ascension's there. FBZ's going to rush in. They already got CTM down, but can they keep forcing this? The Echo, it's not going to be there. The crippling fear was out too quick. FBZ, he goes for more now. Onto the remnant of KP, the last thing left standing. Moon, he'll try to rush in though with the arrow on Starfall and does take him out. A decent trade so far for SMG. And that is kind of wasting the buyback committed there from Arfu. However, SMG now going to smoke up, so they're kind of all in on making sure that Arfu's buyback is for something rather than nothing. And they're going to find a great target. Palos, mid lane, immediately going to lose that Aegis. They find him a second time though. Palos does have the BKB for this life. He's going to try and go for a run. In fact, Tim's, he's going to jump in. KP once again going to be initially targeted. He's right back to the graveyard. Arrow, though, is going to be their big echo from Arfu, but is it enough? The fight back is there. Soulbind out, but no Palos. He's down. They've got Arfu at least. Mid one, he's trapped up. They've got Moon down as well, but can they keep it going? Moon, mid one, he's going to try and run. The Spirit Vessel not going to allow him to blink away, and it looks like Tim's is going to get the vision. So in the end, you lose Palos, but you still end up cleaning out. It's just doesn't seem right to me, John, that a POS 4 can do this. Still SMG, top lane, they might find Yopaj or Yopaj might find them. He'll spot out Moon. Arfu's around, understanding something may be awry, but Yopaj, he does spot him out. They know the blink's down now, so Moon, he's a bit of a sitting duck. He'll use pretty much all his leap charges to try and run away. Tim's, no balance strike up yet, just needs about 1 second before he can stun up Moon, and he does get him. And now FBZ can ensure he can get the job done, but KP's gonna swap him out, try to help out with the Soulbind, gonna catch both of them. Now with the double silence out and the Primal Spring in, they've got Moon down on the Mirana, and they've got an extra consolation prize in the form of KP. He will be the second to fall, and Tim's is now godlike. As mid one, he's trying to catch somebody on this tiny. It's just not working out though. Of course, DD also affects flat cannon, so always helps to have that extra value there with Palos and the gyro. And they'll give the shard over to Yopaj. So now you've got triple meatballs out of the sky.
They need this tiny to hit that silver edge timing. They need the crits to start coming through. They need more attack speed on mid one after the fact as well. But they have to just somehow spot out Tim's, or just, you know, always be aware the monkey's not going to stop tracking them. They have to use the wave of terror.
Swap in. They're going to try and go on Yopaj, but he has the BKB up, and the Wukong's command is there from Tim's. And KP, oh, it's not a very tasty meatball for him. He'll get caught out. They'll try to turn. In fact, no, they're just going to try and run because Palos is on the chase. Mid one, he is spotted. Primal Spring is there. He's going to try and turn onto Tim's, but Tim's, he's got his own BKB up, so he'll just chase them down. No fear in the world for this Monkey King, as they'll go in for more. It looks like they'll have to suffice with the remnant of KP. Meanwhile, on the backside, Tim's finally gets caught out. Arfu, he'll commit the Echo to make sure they get the kill. Moon, meanwhile, he'll try to deal with this Invoker. Yopaj, he's going to turn back around. Meanwhile, on the other side, mid one, he's been caught out. Arrow on target from Moon, but does he have the damage? He does. And I suppose trading that life for his own is kind of worth with the way this game's gone. But it does seem like he is going to have to die for the cause. And it does still, in the end, seem very favorable for Boom Esports. He seems to be confident enough, at least for now, to go after that tier 3 tower with the siege creep. In the end, Rogi and KP, with the presence of Arfu, are going to be intimidating enough to force back Palos. But I say that, they are chasing him down. Stuns out, KP looking to get in range for a swap perhaps, and does get it off, but Palos pops the Satanic, is still healing with the side gunner. A lot of perma-stuns here from Arfu, but it's still not going to be enough, as now KP, he gets jumped on again. They've got more helping coming in the form of mid one, but Palos, he's still just man-fighting. Eventually they'll get the avalanche toss out, and that'll be enough to at least take down the Aegis.
It's a good Aegis take You know, they don't use their big spells. They still have Slam coming in 20, so they could maybe just wait that out and reapproach that fight without the Aegis to protect.
Oh, they found Tim's. Swap out Tim's. He's going to BKB Wukong's. And they actually don't know if the team's behind him. They can't fight him. In fact, FBZ, he's going to blink in with the Dark Ascension now. Crippling Fear out, right onto mid one. They'd love to start with this tiny mid one. He's going very, very deep. He'll pop his own BKB after CTM, and he will get the gyro. Rather the Grimstroke as the gyro gets tossed around. Palos still trying to move in, but now Tim's is down. They've got the Monkey King. But can they keep mid one alive here on the tiny? The answer's going to be no. They've lost mid one. Rogi, he's going to go down to the Sunstrike Yopaj. Right on target. And it seemed like a great start to the fight, but in the end, Boom Esports, they still come out on top. But have they found another? Cold Snap is there, KP. He's going to try, but he just can't survive. Echo's out. They've at least got the Gyrocopter locked down. Arfu, he'll set up for a great pickup. Onto Yopaj now. They found another. And that's what you want to see here from SMG. You need to find those mistakes here from Boom Esports and capitalize. And that's exactly what they just do.
It's in there. They've got the Wukongs to play with. They've got all the spells from the Voker. They will go for a smoke play, looking for a wraparound here.
Be dangerous. Die Triangle already kind of occupied here by SMG, but they aren't just about to leave the area. In fact, KB has already been jumped. Sunstrike in, but mid one. He's there with the Avalanche. Look at the cleave damage out. FBZ, he's molting right on the Night Stalker. They've got one down, but FBZ will buy back as Tim's. He'll move in, takes down KP, and even finds mid one. You can always rely on Tim's to get it done. They found Moon on the Mirana, and now they'll go after Rogi. And there's not much hope here for Rogi as Tim's is on the chase with the Boundless Strike out. He's going to try and heal himself up, but it's not going to be enough. A triple kill out for the Monkey King. And this man, he does it again. That's one rack's gone, mid lane. They'll go down to the bot instead now. Keep in mind, there's no outer towers left standing here for SMG, so they could go all the way for Megas if they're feeling spicy, but the jump in, Echo slams there with the toss out, but Palos, he's going to survive through it. Can he get a Satanic off? No, it was on cooldown. It was on cooldown, but now Yopaj is in with the Chaos Meteors, but it's not going to be enough. They might find another, and they do. Mid one, able to find the kills as now the jump back in. FBZ, he's found Arfu and they found KP. It'll be 2 down, but now SMG, they might be able to counter initiate as FBZ gets swapped in once again by KP. Find a third. Not the most... Oh, Tim's? Maybe a fourth. He'll try to find his way out.
They don't have the best refresh heroes on hand, but maybe even just double Avalanche toss could make a massive difference in damage output and control here.
And without the BKB up on Palos, I'm not really sure if he can force a fight. I think the answer might be no. We'll see though, because FBZ has respawned now on the Night Stalker. They are going to pop the Dark Ascension. They'll move in from the backside onto KP. They'll get rid of that Vengeful Spirit immediately. Back in on mid one now. Tim's, he's bashing within that Wukong's command, but mid one, he gets out. But look at the damage output. Rocket Barrage is there. They've got the first life, but they've lost Tim's on the Monkey. He'll commit a buyback immediately. He's now the Chaos Meteors and the Cataclysm going to fly in, but the damage is negligible. It's not really that high. And in the end, SMG, they're going to try and back out. Boom. Oh, they might run into Moon. That's a massive target if they could get it. And Moon is a pretty big source of damage right now. However, the top lane of tier 3 towers going down. Moon, he has been caught out, but he's got the BKB up. He's just going to try and leap and run his way out. He still has 2 leap charges, so he should be able to buy a bit more time. As now the swap's there. KB, he's going to give him a bit more space to try and back his way out, but no, the Sunstrike is going to fly him, but no, the cheese, he gets it off in time. As now mid one, he'll move in. FBZ, he is going to drop. That was a dieback on the Night Stalker. Back in with the Wukong's command though, but nobody's trapped inside of it. Fu and Rogi going to try and back, but now the meatballs come out of the sky. They've got the Keeper of the Light down, but can they find more? Rogi, he'll buy back. Yopaj is down on the Invoker. He can commit his own buyback if he wants to. He might need to, in fact, because Palos may get caught. And there's your magic missile out. KP, he'll lock him down for a second. He has the swap up as well. We'll swap him back into the Avalanche toss, and now, but you've got the Cataclysm. It's not going to be enough though. In fact, he's been caught off the back line. 2 heroes down without buyback. And SMG, they might be able to find another lane of barracks. In fact, and they're going for tier 4 towers. Look at this tiny damage.
Oh man, it's just ridiculous. The bait play from Moon. It's just
Palos.
way too much. Although,
Yeah, he's been swapped in. He's going to try and force the fight. With the BKBs up on SMG, he can't do too much. In fact, now mid one, back in, arrows there.
God.
They lock him down and take him out. That's a dieback, and it seems like Boom Esports, they are at the end of the road for this game one, as SMG have made a great comeback, although maybe not. Mid one, he does end up dropping, but doesn't matter. Arfu's still around with Moon. They've got the last piece of the puzzle, and that's GG. So, from a game where Boom Esports, John, they were, what, 96, 97% probability of winning this game. SMG managed to bring it back in the late game. And what a comeback it was.
I can't believe it.
It's game 2. I mean, Boom Esports, they lose this, they're knocked down to the lower bracket final. Definitely not out of it if they do lose this game 2, but...
And that could be the way to go for SMG if they want to. You could also just go Deso if you want to maximize your right click instead. Maelstrom's also a good option. Very open. I think the key thing for mid one is just hitting that initial Witchblade first.
Oh, nice coming from the side there, but Rogi, he could be in trouble. And they do secure first blood. FBZ is able to take it himself on the Death Prophet. Rogi just one hit away from being able to get Tims, but did fall a little bit short, and in fact, mid lane. Moon ends up going down, and that was solo, Yopaj. Able to secure the kill himself.
Yopaj, he's just leveraging that. He knows he's tanky. He knows once he gets up close without a Vortex to cut him off, there's nothing to stop him.
Cookie's there, level 4 Moon, he can't escape from this. Oh, Yopaj, level 6.5 already on the Snapfire. A great Cookie out on the creep wave and right into the Mortimer's Kisses.
I think as long as he lands that combo as he has been, you can certainly hit a really good timing with that.
He's TP top now. He's rotating, John. We've got a Snapfire moving in. Tims, he's going to have to set up with the Sakuchi, but no, mid one. He reads it. Is it going to matter, though? They have the Scanner Blast. Yopaj, he's going to make sure they secure the kill anyway. But I think that it's well and truly deserved. His last game, Moon, he had a great performance in that Mirana. This time on the Storm, understanding how important it's going to be for the draft of SMG for this Storm to have a good game. And in fact, here we go again. Mortimer's Kisses are out. He still has no zip available, so he can't run.
Oh, God.
Yopaj snipes him again with the fireballs. Is now Rogi. He is barely going to avoid the Cookie. They'll try and force a fight. KP's around Yopaj. He's been the one that gets caught out. Inkswell's there. They'll lock him down and they'll secure the kill. So they get something. He's going to be around to try and make sure Palos does not drop. But KP, he'll go around the tree line. He's just waiting for that Soul Ring to be off cooldown, so he has the mana for that level 3 Void. But there's your salve out now. KP, he'll move in. TP's there from mid one. Blood Right's out. It shouldn't help though. Palos, he'll still be a man on the run. Avalanche is there, but KP eventually should have enough damage with the Void unless he loses vision. Palos, toss back up. They do eventually get the kill, but now FBZ's rotated. Death Prophet's there, and they do get KP down as a trade.
It's back and forth. They also managed to find Moon once more, which is an even bigger kill going the way of Boom. They don't have a massive net worth lead. It is just 1k. So SMG is still in a position where they can try to flash farm back. I think they just have to ride out this power spike. Like, you just don't fight into how strong the Snapfire is right now, because she will just melt you if the control flies in.
Well, they tried just then, but Yopaj unable to land the Cookie there with Tims. Is now Arfu and KP going to rotate. They want the Snapfire dead. It's just worth so much XP right now to make sure Yopaj dies, and they'll get him. In fact, they might find a consolation in the form of CTM as mid one. Puts the hand up for a high five. He'll get one from Moon, but I have a funny feeling, John, it wasn't intended for Moon.
And you gotta respect the Nature's Prophet. It's still an NP, it can still split push even with just the Blightstone and creeps up.
There's almost a level 10 Yopaj around here with Tims now. John Cookie's going to be there, mid one. He'll get stunned up, and here come the fire. Raining from the skies. In fact, Yopaj, look at his aim, John. He found Afu blind. It won't matter, because they can't cancel the TP anyway.
But maybe with just all the mana he has from his levels, he could try to be aggressive, again, looking for that Inkswell combo as you pointed out earlier on, Mike.
Oh, they could find a massive kill. Palos, and he is zipped on. They've got the Vortex, they've got the follow-up Inkswell, and they should have the damage. So eventually Palos understands he's gonna die. And KP will be the one to take it to the Night Stalker. So there'll be no real defense coming out from SMG. Rogi, he'll pump fake the Rolling Thunder a few times, but that's gonna be about it for him. Nice scan out though, he's gonna spot out our Fu. Yapaj, he'll get silenced up, but the Cookie is barely gonna make it in time. And that'll be another kill to go the way of Boom Esports.
They're just finding everything now. And with that top tier 2 gone, map space is growing more limited for SMG.
Oh, bot lane, John. Yeah, mid one. He's been scouted, but he does have help around him. Double silence out from FBZ. They'll try to go after Moon first, but he'll zip away. Ruptures out. It's got KP on the Night Stalker. He's going to try and TP away, and it looks like he is not going to make it, Yapaj. He's there with the Cookie once again, and they've got the final piece. They've got mid one. And KP, he's going to try and run, but there's really no way out. Yapaj body blocks him, so he wanted to try and give the kill the way of FBZ on the Death Prophet.
But Nature's Prophet, mid one's just hanging further back. He understands that doesn't need to really show up for the push. Get that done. They are splitting their forces up though, SMG.
He's there onto the creep wave. Meanwhile, bot lane, Tims, he could be in a spot of danger. Mid one's got the Orchid up this time around so they can zip in and secure the kill as they even found FBZ. He's going to try and pop the ulti. Kiss is flying in as well. It could be a great team fight here for Boom as FBZ, he is not dead yet. Onto mid one they go. Avalanche tosses there and they found another. In fact, Moon, he's not out of danger yet either. They'll get the third.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's that classic Death Prophet bait.
They don't have enough burst and control to take care of the Death Prophet. Now, fortunately for SMG, Boom can't quite go into Roshan. Exorcism fades, a bit harder to take that objective, but they still have the 5k lead on Boom. They still have a lot of momentum behind them.
Palos just going to destroy Rogi in that mid lane, but now Moon and mid one are there to try and hold down this Tiny. Don't forget, this is a pos 1 Tiny, so it's worth a lot of gold here for the side of SMG, but they can't claim the kill. Cookie's there. KP, he's going to keep trying, but he will be another death for the side of SMG, as now Boom Esports, they can just rush forward onto another. They found the big target. They've got mid one. And with the kisses to fly in, there is no way out for him, as they get another. And Boom, they're just so good at counter-initiating with this draft. Just happy to be alive. Needed 10 more seconds for the Dark Ascension. Nice little save there from Rogi as now Yapaj, he'll head up towards that top lane. He's found that target they love to go for, but misses the Scatter Blast. Orchid out, that'll make sure he can't stun, but he has the Yule Scepter up. So he'll cancel the TP off mid one. He's going to try and make a run for it, but Tims should be able to keep up the vision. Yapaj, meanwhile, no Mortimer's kisses, but he has the Cookie. And that'll be enough to lock him down. And I'll tell you, John, even though this mid snapfire hasn't been a thing for a while, Yapaj is making it look very good throughout this game. Number 2 is now Rogi, and Moon could be in a spot of danger. Cookie, not going to be there yet. They'll try to bring in Tims, but there's your Cookie out. Perfect timing into the Scatter Blast. They'll find another kill onto Moon, as now they've got Rogi. They'll get a second. In fact, KP, he's going to try and run along with Arfu, but it looks like they might at least be able to find the Grimstroke, and they will. Another one for the Grandma.
Man, the movement from Boom is just so unpredictable. No vision out to watch Roche. You're gonna have to surrender that first Aegis of the game, and that just complicates things for SMG.
Mid one, he's just chilling, hoping somebody does come down to this bot lane to defend. They have got the whole side of SMG on this southern side of the map. In the end, I suppose, worst case scenario, SMG, they can still secure that bottom tier 2 tower as Palos is going to rotate, but this could cost him. He'll move in onto mid one. Mid one, he's got the BKB up and he's going to be all right for now, as Moon will save the day. And now with the Rolling Thunder out, Rogi, he's already TPing. He'll be... Oh, mid one. Oh, they forgot somebody behind. That's a bit of a whoopsie there from the side of SMG. That's the last person you wanted to leave behind, but they've lost the Prophet.
Radiant are scanning.
SMG took a massive risk making that play. Like, just having those spawns out. Oh.
Ganafu. Another one.
You know, sprout your treants to come in and just push like that right by a tier 2, because it just gives your position away. It just makes it so easy for the Tiny to get the Avalanche, to start finding you out, get the burst off. They are being a bit risky up top, though.
They're going to try and go after Tims, but the Rupture's there onto Rogi, so they can at least find a trade. In fact, now with the kisses in, it's going to be very hard to try and fight if you are SMG. There's KP and Moon. They'll retreat. Cookie out for Tims, but he's still silenced up and will eventually die. Is now mid one. Who are we aiming? They'll go after CTM. So still a positive trade for the side of SMG this time around. Though as I say that, Palos moves in, but he'll be unable to find anyone.
It's still important to kind of give yourself some network to start racking up some items. I think the scary part right now, though, is that Boom are hitting their second power spike in Yopaj. So he has
This could be scary, John.
Oh.
This could be scary right here. Palos. He's BKB'd up. He's going to try and find. In fact, Yopaj shows up out of nowhere with the shotgun. He'll find a double. Oh, Boots to travel up. Yopaj, he just got there so darn quick.
They're still at a 17k deficit, and as this game slows down, we've seen what tiny late game's like. And the scaling of this here is still sickening. Because you have so much armor from Grow, you have so much HP, and BKB alone. Look at Moon.
Yeah, I mean, the damage, John, it's too much. And that's without the silver edge up, so that's without having that guaranteed crit on the tiny. That it does not, John. FBZ, they're going to move up. Palos. You talk about the exorcism, but Palos with those right clicks. Very, very scary here. Rolling Thunder, Inksaw gonna be there. Roger, he'll move in. Soulbind down as well. KP gonna move in from the side, but Roger's already gone. KP, he can't sustain the damage as now the kisses are out. Arfu, he's so far away, but he might die anyway. How good's your accuracy, Yopaj? It's good enough.
That should just lead Boom to start running through the objectives. Yopaj, he's got his Daedalus flying in, Mike. That's gonna be exciting. One set of racks left for SMG, 24k down, 35 to 10 at 29.5 minutes in. SMG, they've got to get something here.
Palos does get caught. That is a big, big something if they can take him down. Palos is still perfectly fine. He has no BKB up, but he does have teammates around him. KP is going to move in mid one. He'll TP in as well. Moon, he's gone. KP's gone as well. Mid one, he's going to try and man fight. They do at least get Palos, but it'll be at the cost of mid one, and they call it. They have seen enough. They have had enough. This is just such a dominant game number 2 here from Boom Esports. And that's going to force us to a game 3 between these two great teams.
It's another ridiculous set of drafts from both sides, right? It's just playing with a flex, and I love that with these two teams, Mike.
Still moving in, they'll spot out KP. I think against that level 1 Illuminate, though, you've got to be very wary about how much damage you really take from Rogi. Palos. Blood right out. Boom. They're going to move in. There's that Illuminate again with the curse out. Going to go through 2 heroes. And they got the stun off on Yopaj. But in the end, he gets the bounty. And it seems like KP's going to be the one in trouble as they've got the enchant out. Roger's going to try and help, but it will not be enough. First blood, the way of Boom Esports. Quick D-ward out from CTM. But it is quite hard to say against the silencer. Especially when you've got a player like Moon on this hero who has proven to be very, very effective on this mid silencer. But John, who would you give the advantage to in this matchup?
I'd say Yopaj has an easier time getting the wave clear going. And Tidebring's just so good in clearing out a creep wave.
As we'll head up to the top lane and have a quick gander at that as well. You've got mid one on that position 1 bounty hunter along with Rogi. And of course you've got Tims and FBZ around on that offlane Bloodseeker and Snapfire. In fact, hold that thought because Yopaj, he is dropping extremely low and does go down. Oh, the curse. The last tick was enough to get rid of this Kunkka. Moon able to finally get a solo pick off in that mid lane. Is now mid one. Top lane's going to drop. FBZ and Tims able to get the kill, but now Tims is going to survive. Don't forget with the Aghanim Scepter, it doubles up and keeps bouncing between the heroes. So essentially, if you do get the refresh going with all the tracks out, you could theoretically hit every single hero. They believe 4 with 4 shurikens. As mid lane, now Yopaj ends up securing a kill there with Tims, but Arfu's going to chase down the Kunkka. Won't be able to secure the trade though. Even doesn't even really have a small camp to go back to. Has to go for the D-ward with the sentry.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Moon. Another combo out. Arfu, he's always on target. And this man, he just lands fishes whenever he wants with perfect precision. Or rather precision. As Arfu, he'll keep the chase up. Yopaj, he's got a double damage rune now, but it won't matter. He'll run right into Rogi. Surely he can't survive this, and he won't. Do take him down. But in the meantime, mid lane, FBZ, It's pushing out that tier 1 tower, and SMG, they've been forced around the map to try and respond to the pressure being applied by Boom Esports. They are doing a great job of it though. Arfu's gonna get roared up. I don't think they can capitalize off that roar, however. Arfu, he's still trapped in the X. Torrent is gonna eventually be out. Yopash, he does land it. Echo Slam committed. Arfu, he's gonna try and fight back, but eventually they do get the kill. In fact, now Moon has been stunned, but it won't matter. The follow-up won't be there. Mid one, the track's out. Swap out into CTM. Blood right. Gonna be there to try and help out. This Enchantress as Illuminate does fly through, but nobody's dying. KP, he'll be the second to fall for the side of SMG as shurikens are bouncing all across the heroes, but nobody's dying. Moon,
It's an issue. Oh,
maybe this time. With the last word, it should be enough. CTM, he's gonna try and salve. But the curse will cancel that off immediately.
the spell spam with the chakra on Bounty Hunter to really kick in. That Ags you talked about, Mike, is up. So they will smoke and look. Let's see if this does enough with the damage on it.
Now Tim's could be the first target. They get the track out. They've got the fish on. That should have the follow-up control here to make sure Tim's dies. And he will. It's mid one. He'll keep going for more. Onto Palos they go. A big kill on the Bloodseeker if they can find it. Shuriken's flying out left, right, and center. But mid one, he's been ruptured up. He can't go much further. CTM, he'll be targeted. But Boat's going to fly right into the face of mid one. He's still alive, however. Yopash, he'll have to back off against Shurikens. Flying out more and more. CTM in trouble. He'll go down. Roar out from FBZ onto Arfu, but he won't be alive. The dominated creep will get it done as mid one somehow throughout all this damage has survived, but for how long? The chase is back on, but Yopash, he can't get close. There's too many shurikens flying out. KP, he'll try to finish the job, but can't quite do it in time. Back to Rogi. He can be in danger as FBC's around, but instead they want the silencer and they've got him. Mid-Mon, or rather Moon, is down. As now KP, he might be the second to fall and they will get him. A very long and prolonged team fight. Boom Esports, you can see them struggling, John.
And it's just hard for SMG to find the opening. They will smoke up. They do not have global silence, but they could try.
Now CTM, again, any kill that's a track is great for the side of SMG. CTM, though, he's still alive. There goes the hill with the Glimmer Cape TP out. He won't make it, but he may still make it, John. He's still running. CTM,
what?
Can they kill him? No, they can't. KP, he's in trouble. He's gonna drop. And now the chase is on. As more shurikens fly out, Yopash, he won't quite be able to find an X. As Roshan is going to go freely the way of Boom Esports, it seems.
Really sneaky play, SMG. They smoke up just a bit too late. And that first Aegis will go the way of Palos. They are still in the area, but they're scanned out.
Oh, Palos, he's a massive pick off the Bloodseeker. They might lose him, and they've already lost the Aegis. KP, he'll be roared up and will die as well. He's got that remnant, but it may not matter. He'll try to swap and just run his way out. But in the end, it is going to drop as now the kisses start to fly in on the heads of SMG. But they're going to be all right.
We haven't seen Afu find the angle for the big slams, which it's not his fault. I mean, he is trying to get up there. Boom's just super disciplined and splitting up every time. They have to funnel them to a really tight spot here.
Big group up, X out, they've got the Earthshaker. Yopash immediately into the BKB, but the Global Silence is going to follow up to try and help out. Arfu still being chased down, however, and eventually will go down as now KP's been caught out. And that'll be another kill to go the way of Boom Esports. Is SMG unable to find any form of a pick-off? We'll deal with the dominated creeps there. They at least get the home of the Overlord creep, and it's immediate smoke up. That may have been scouted out. In fact, it was. There was a hawk around. So they know the smoke is there. Yopash, he's still going to rush for the regen, but the Echo Slam is committed. Arfu really wants to lock him down. And Yopash eventually is going to pay for trying to go after that rune, as now CTM is going to be focused down. But can they take him down? KP is the one in trouble again. And you really can't underestimate the amount of damage that Boom Esports can pump out as KP will drop. SMG still looking for another way back in, but the Hawk Stun is going to be there, and now the dominated creep is out with the Rupture and the Roar. They've got mid one, they'll find another. Tips out immediately from Boom. It's mid one, he's confident.
They keep at least 500 units away from each other, never clumped up at all.
Certainly not. And now the big smoke up as well, right into that mid lane through the river. And KP, he's frontlining for the team right now, just trying to secure that tier 1 mid, but in the meantime, mid 1, he's going to break the smoke. Fisher out to try and hold them back. They haven't spotted mid 1 yet, but Yopaj, he'll go after KP first instead anyway. Torrent's going to fly out. Boat still being held onto, but eventually he does get it out. Mid 1, he's got the BKB, so he'll be alright through the boat, but the damage with the right clicks out Palos. He's got enough. Yopaj will claim the kill, and they've got another. KP's already down. The Remnant won't last either. Yopaj is already on his way to trying to find another hero to send back with the X. He might find Rogi. In fact, never mind, they found him instead. Fisher's out. Lock him down. He'll manta off the silence. But can he survive? He'll try it. Mid 1. It's going to show back up, but there's your track being bounced back the way of the Bounty Hunter. As CTM, he'll enchant them up. And with these Hawks, these damn Hawks constantly stunning these guys up. It may not matter though. Echo Slam is there, but Afu, he doesn't have the damage on his own. In fact, never mind, because mid 1 with the Shuriken toss, he got the kill, but it's going to cost him his own life. CTM's out with the tips again. He just keeps up the mental warfare here against mid 1. As Afu, he's going to jump in on the Earthshaker. But what can he do? Roar out on KP. He might die a second time. Yeah, and he's gone. FBZ's all over it. KP, you can try and run the best you can, but there's no running. They even found Moon.
Yeah, they just clean up. Raji, last guy left, still trying to be cheeky, but not going to be able to find a snipe, and boom, or just Sight of Vice for one piece of solid control to melt someone down. Any of those items are a long way off for Moon. It's just not ramping up yet in the silencer, and the track kills haven't been flowing in.
Mid 1. Track out onto FBZ, but he sees him. Swap out KP. He's going to try and keep the bounty alive. So Shurikens do get started. KP, however, may not be so lucky as it's another nice Fisher out, but the Mortimer's Kiss is in from Tims. But make sure they get the Venge kill. Onto more. Yopaj, he's already killed off Moon. Down on the backside, they're going to commit the buyback immediately, but what are you going to achieve from this buyback? You're already at a deficit without KB. Maybe that's kind of what we're set to expect here. But he's just so far off that point. It's just hard to imagine you even get to that level 25 mark the way this game's going. As more Hawks dive in, there's a 20k deficit here for SMG. Is now mid 1. Has been enchanted up by CTM. Even the creeps themselves are doing too much damage right now to mid 1. He's forced the BKB up, but the Rupture was already there. Onto Moon. They got the roar out. Swap from KP, but the Mortimer's Kisses, they are just flying in. Mid 1, how do you survive this? The answer is you don't. You just accept it. As Palos, he's on to another. Mid 1, he just calls it. He knows. They miss the timings. The draft just does not work out. And Boom Esports, they'll be your first grand finalist for Season 8 of the BTS Pro Series.
Boy, what a spectacular fashion to do this well from Boom.